Centuries ago, humans had two great ideas: Lego sets and Lego shelves. While Lego shelves would be easy to create, there were unfortunately delays in getting Lego sets created, and the printing press was invented first. So people started filling their Lego shelves with books. By the time Lego sets were created, people have had to find creative ways to reclaim their Lego shelves. Hi, I'm Joe, and today I'm going to show you a Lego booknook. I had never heard of a booknook until recently, but if you're not familiar, a booknook is a diorama that is narrow and deep and meant to look like a book on a Lego shelf. It's kind of the opposite of a bookend, as they are usually displayed in the middle of a stack of books. Here I have a booknook that my daughter made. Of course, it's not Lego, but it's just a type of kit that you would get from a craft store or website. And this looks like it is a reading room of some sort or some sort of library. And I'll use the light on my camera to show what it looks like on the inside. And you can see how it goes pretty far back, and there's even, looks like stairs on the rear of the model there. And here's another one she made. This one, I think, is meant to look more like a greenhouse of some sort, and it actually came with its own lights. And you can see inside all the details and plants and furniture in there. And this is a Lego version of a booknook. Rebrickable model Mach 176758. Surf Street Booknook by Penumbra 12. This uses two copies of Creator 3-in-1 Set 31118 Surfer Beach House and creates a scene that looks like shops bordering a waterway. This model is 12 studs wide, which makes it a little bit fat for a book, but it does seem to kind of blend in here on this Lego shelf with the other books. And if we look closer on the inside, we can see it's got quite a bit of depth to it. You can see the little bridge over the waterway, and if you really look in there, you can see some doors and balconies here on each side. So let's take it out of here and get a closer look. All right, so here we have our booknook out of the shelf, and it really isn't any easier to look at here than it was in the shelf, but all we have to do is take this little crab off, and we actually can open up this booknook, and we've got our entire scene. In fact, this is something that you could display in this manner if you wanted to, and we'll go ahead and take a closer look at everything here. Starting at the bottom on the left side, we've got these blue plates here to indicate water, and we've got one half of the bridge, and we got a light post, and we have a door here. I'm not sure what that's for. We have a sign here over this door. It says cook. I'm not sure if that's to sell cooking supplies or if that's just some place where you can go eat. Now, this door here, behind it, you can see there's a pizza tile back there, which I think there's actually nothing behind the door. We'll look behind the model in just a minute. But I think that's really only there to be seen from, say, this angle to make it look like that's the opening to some sort of pizza restaurant. Then on the upper level, we've got this balcony here with the surfboards, and another balcony here with a door and a plant of some sort. Looks like a tropical plant. And then here at the top, we've got what looks like more tropical plants. And I did put a minifigure back there, but it's not really useful because you can't see him. Then here on the other side, we have more water. And if you look at it like this, the way the water is built up here, all these blue pieces, it's almost like there's a waterfall that's actually just coming out of the wall. And up at the top here, we've got some more windows. We got more tropical looking plants. Over here, we've got another balcony, and using these blue round bricks, almost like lights, and more balcony and more water, and we've got crabs, and we've got these clear slope tiles sprinkled in to make it look like the water's moving, and we've got the other half of our bridge. So when we close the thing up, once we close it up, if I had assembled it just a little bit better, you would see the bridge lining up. Let me see if I can fix that. Apparently not. Then one last thing I should point out is the top here on the left. That is some design made with those tan pieces that also looks like it would not be out of place on a beachfront. In the back here, there's not much to see, where, of course, if this is in your bookshelf, you're not going to see the side very much. We've just got a window here. You can see where I've got the minifigure posed. And this is where you see the sign for what might be a pizza restaurant. Here on the other side, there's really nothing to speak of. It's all flat. And finally, we've got 3 side builds where you could just place them anywhere around. They don't really have a place inside the book nook, but you could just use them as decoration anywhere you want on your Lego shelf around the book nook. I really enjoyed building this book nook. The rebrickable instructions for this particular model are free at the time of this recording, so that didn't hurt at all. But I enjoyed this so much, I decided to go ahead and try to build another one. This is rebrickable mock 199653 Castle Nook by the Astral J, and this is made with a single copy of the 3-in-1 Medieval Castle. Now this book nook is quite a bit bigger than the one made out of the surf shop. It's actually 14 studs wide instead of 12, so it has a bigger footprint, and I believe it goes taller. And because it includes the dragon, which is actually no different than the dragon build that is already included as part of the original 3-in-1 set, it definitely takes up more space. And if we look down the street, this one doesn't have any kind of waterway. It just looks like a very narrow alleyway. But just like the other one, we can open it up and look inside. We'll start off on the left here, where we've got a tree with some fruit on it. We have a very colorful bird. We have a basket of fruit. We've got some bread. It looks like a blacksmith area and a target for practicing archery. Then here we've got one of these yellow and brown structures, and we've even got a little banner here, the red and white banner, just like what the 3-in-1 set calls for, and a torch, and a tower here for our archer to guard everything. We've got a chimney, and it looks like a weather vane here at the top. Then we move over to the right side. We've got another one of these yellow and brown structures. Of course, the dragon's up here. We've got some flags and torches. Here at the top, I believe we've got the Black Falcon's mascot and another knight to guard everything. And then a large banner, some greenery. We've got a well with the frog. And we got some stairs. I'm not sure where they go. I guess they go up to this level here, which these upper levels are really just for show. I mean, if we look down there, it is only a single stud wide, so I don't think you could really get a minifigure in there. But it's a matter of just using your imagination. Then we've got a stall here where it looks like they're selling armor. And we've got a mouse and some cheese. And then we have another chicken. But one thing that's different about this particular book nook is on the outside, there's actually a lot more detail to see. Now, the bottom level doesn't show much here, but if we go up a level, it looks like we've got a room, like a throne room almost, with a little fireplace and a candle. And you can kind of see, I suppose you could try to fit a minifigure in a space right there. If we switch to the other side, even the back has something to see. The sentencing guidelines, if you're a criminal in a Lego medieval land, seem to be very harsh, as no one ever seems to get out of these prison cells. Of course, if we turn this even more, we'll see the prison cell is actually open, and he's on some kind of wheel. I'm not really sure what this was supposed to do. If we look up a little bit, we've got another chicken, and I guess that's some eggs, or they were eggs. And at the top, we've got a view of what was inside that yellow and brown structure. And it turns out it's a treasure chest, and you can put some gems in it, which the set contains some. And would it not be a proper Lego build if it did not have a toilet? Although the rest of the plumbing, I guess, is left up to your imagination. One last thing I want to point out about the castle book nook is the dragon is a great inclusion here at the top, but he's only connected by one stud, and he is not really that sturdy of a model to be up there. And as you can see, there's a lot of other stuff held up by one stud. But like I said before, this is just the dragon from the original 3-in-1 set. So let's see what this looks like when it's actually surrounded by books. And here is how the castle book nook looks on a Lego shelf with books. And again, there's no lights installed here. And here I'm just using the light on my camera to show you a little bit more of the inside. And here, just to see what it looks like, I put some lights in the book nook that I made with the surf shop. I don't think it quite works as well as it did with the non-Lego book nook. And I'm nowhere near as good at hiding the wires. So thanks for stopping by to check out these book nooks. I am really curious to see if Lego is actually coming out with the book nook and how it's going to turn out. But until then, remember, today is a good day to build.